I think that the book collecting, book trade, book bibliomania kind of late 18th century world is entirely actually embedded with slavery and with sugar money. I think it's a moment where it's new men, newly rich merchants who are buying up books. It's one of those moments of change where our old aristocratic families are slightly in decline and there's a new moneyed class and they're buying up lots and lots of old stuff to secure their wealth. It's the same thing that happens in the Gilded Age in America, which is the other big transfer of books. Rare books is in the turn of the 20th century, and they all go from these men like my Richard Oswald to people like Harry Widener or somebody, here in the US. So I think it's absolutely embedded, and I think it's embedded at two levels. One is, I think there are lots and lots and lots of individual cases where you can say this person made these purchases with this money which came from these plantations. There are loads of those cases, and there are examples of institutions which you can say are endowed by, named for people whose money comes from enslaved people and slave-produced goods, definitely. But then I also think there's the kind of wider picture, which is, Britain develops forms of taste and what it means to be a sort of well-rounded, educated, civilized person. And all those adjectives, going down towards civilized, which you can immediately see has a much more obviously racialized, implication. I think that sense about taste and what it is to be a kind of person to be proud of, I think that all comes from forms of evaluation which are about how Britain is better than America, is better than white lives are more valuable than black. All of those kinds of valuations somehow seep into other kinds of discrimination. We use that word discrimination, it's such an interesting word. We use it partly about absolutely negative ways of treating people differently on particular grounds, and we also use it positively in kind of art history or something. How do you discriminate between this beautiful vase and this sort of copy or something? And that's where discrimination has quite a high value. And I sort of feel as if those two meanings of the word kind of coalesce here somehow in this period. So Richard Oswald is sort of the start of it for me, and some of that larger picture needs a bit more research and a bit more work by me, but I hope so by other people as well.